My name is Gary, and we're in the pottery workshop. And the journey to get here actually started about a year ago when my wife decided she needed a storage building. The storage building is next door, which matches the same size as this building, and it matches exactly, got the same gable roof, the same colors, and it's not finished out like this building, but my wife needed a storage building. And so I started drawing up what I thought the storage building would look like. And along the way, my son was getting into pottery and getting into the clay. So we decided we probably need to do a workshop for him with his pottery at the same time. And that's how we got started with this process. And so after that, I started going around and looking at places. First place I stopped was actually Backyard Buildings in Thomasville. And I did go to some other places and looked, and I saw the quality was much better at Backyard Buildings, and that's what I wanted. I wanted something that was going to last me my lifetime and my son's lifetime, and it would be here for a long time. And that's how we got to this part of the story. Well, after we kept on with the process, I had to come up with some drawings. So I actually did some drafting drawings of the buildings to scale of what I wanted, and decided I wanted a 14 by 24, and both of them be 14 by 24. And so we discussed that, and doing the limitations, I found out you couldn't transport the building that I wanted as tall as it needed to be, a 14 by 24. So we discussed having a conventional type building built rather than buying a prefabricated storage buildings, and it was a little more costly than what could be built like what the Amish do, that Mass Woodworks does. And so, talking with the Backyard Buildings, who handles the Mass Woodwork products, we discovered the option that they could build it on site. And these buildings were brought in one at a time, but they were brought in pieces and built on site here. And the Amish did a great job. They were here for about a week putting these two buildings up, and I was very impressed with their work. They're very neat. They come, stayed all day, and got the work done, and then come back the next day. But they did good work, and their buildings are very sound, and I was very happy to purchase those through Backyard Buildings. So when we found out that probably the best way to go was on site, and as they did that, we before they would come out, we made some decisions on what we needed. I knew I wanted to insulate this because this would be my son's pottery workshop, and it was going to be air conditioning and heating. Therefore, we took the option of getting insulated when this put in, which they did. We also got the insulated fiberglass doors put in, which was another option that helped. And we got loft storage above that actually gives us a lot of room to expand because you need storage. But the thing that I like the most, and my son likes, my family likes the most, is we decided to put a porch on the front of this, all the way across. And it's an 8 by 24 porch, and it gives us a lot of living area outside. That's a great option, which they were able to build and tie into it all at one time. So it's built in one piece. I thought about building it myself, but it wouldn't look the same. So I was very pleased with that. I was very pleased with the floors they put in here. It's a coated floor, especially when you're working with clay, you get pretty dirty, so you got to have something to clean up with. And all in all, I mean, it was, I think everything worked out real well. Well, after the Amish got completed, I knew that this was going to be the pottery shop, and it was going to be a place that's going to be heated and cooled, so we wanted to finish it out. So we went to work drawing, and figured what we needed to do, and I thought about doing paneling. It would have been a lot easier, I'm sure, but went to tongue and groove 1x8s on the pine boards, and actually sanded and polished all the boards before we put them up. And it was quite a job putting up all this tongue and groove boarding, but it really made a nice finish. Of course, we added added countertops to work with, and that is, you got to have water when you work with clay, with pottery. So we got water here, and it's really insulated real tight. Baffles all in the ceiling joist, and so it breathes quite well. Got a small split unit air conditioner. It works perfect in here. It's a labor of love, but yeah, I think it worked out real well. I'm very pleased with it, as I said, with the buildings, and I wouldn't went any other way. I would recommend the Mass Woodwork buildings entirely. I think the Amish did great work, especially coming out on site and customizing the building like this was perfect. So I'd recommend Mass to anyone, and you can go check out the Mass buildings over at Backyard Buildings in Thomasville. You can pull them up on the website.